Hey Yordan, it's so nice to have you on the show today. How are you doing?
Very good, Elisha. How
I'm
are
doing
you?
just fine.
Thank you for
Yeah,
having
I'm
me
doing
here.
just fine, my man. And thank you so very much for being here. You see, I appreciate it a lot. Thank you. And you see, Yordan, now I'm about to recite my anthem. And I use the word anthem because I say all of this stuff to all of my guests all the time. So firstly, Yordan, I want to say thank you. Thank you for investing in yourself. You see, Yordan, you are on this platform right now because you invested in yourself. And oftentimes, Jordan, I love to make reference to the amazing mango tree. They say, some months back, I was on a particular road, and just by the roadside, there was this tall, unattractive mango tree. And I use the word unattractive because the mango tree's got no mangoes on it, and the leaves were all dry. I just walked past the tree. I just walked past it. But you see, just recently, Jordan, I was on that same road, and this time around, a lot's changed about the mango tree. The mango tree caught my attention pretty good from a distance. Instantly, I got the urge to move so close to the mango tree, of which I did, and it wowed me because now the mango tree's got a lot of mangoes on it, beautiful green leaves and healthy branches. And you see, not just mangoes, but ripe mangoes. You see, it was a beautiful moment that day. I was so excited. I said, yes, Mango Tree, now you're talking. Now you are talking. Now here is my point. The fact that you dedicated your time, energy, and resources to becoming the amazing person that you are today, that alone has made it really impossible for me to say no to you. Getting to read about you, going through your profile, this stuff is so really awesome, you know. So thank you so very much for investing in yourself, and thank you for being here. Truly appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you for the story about the mango. We're not always have our best closing or best season per se. Even trees goes through those ups and downs like we do. And that's okay. We have to go down to appreciate the ups.
Exactly. So let's get started, my man. I'm quite excited to have you on the show today for some reasons. Firstly, my interest in knowledge seeking. I believe in order for one to transition from a terrible situation to that of a beautiful one, Jordan, I believe it takes the application of knowledge. And not just knowledge, but the application of it. And you see, ever since I discovered that light in the Hebrew means knowledge and darkness means ignorance, I've been so keen to knowledge seeking. Why? Because I do not want to remain in the dark. So that's going to make our conversation today very important to me and even to the listeners. The second reason why I'm excited to have the amazing Jordan on the show is for the sake of the listeners. You see, Jordan, we live in an age where information is as abundant as grains of sand. We've got lots of information flying out there. So these folks trust me for quality, eye-opening, powerful, and very important information, of which I'm totally convinced, Jordan, that our conversation is going to be insightful and impactful. So for that reason, let's get started with your introduction. Talk to us about your personal or your professional journey. We are just so curious right now. We want to know how Jordan got here. Then afterwards, I've gotten some really beautiful questions for you. Okay, Jordan, over to you.
All right. So I'm originally from Colombia. I moved to the States when I was about 12 years old, and started working. Knew some English, but I learned in school. Luckily, I got here young enough to learn more of the language and the culture. But I started working when it was legal to start at 14, and I went through some warehouses jobs, learned a lot about technicals and processes. And when at my hardest job at a warehouse, I was lifting pretty heavy boxes and I got injured. And a couple months before I got injured, though, I had this thought, it's like, I have all this computer knowledge. I really like finances, and I know I can help people with what I already know. What can I help with? And a couple of weeks before that injury, I started helping people with their credit. I always knew that I could help my friends and family, but it's like, I wonder if that will also work with people that I don't know. So I started with somebody on at work, and surely, like, those same things had the same impact. Their credit score went up really, really fast, really by 100 points or so. My light bulb went off. I know that this could work, and I had the knowledge for 10 years that I had been soaking up. I didn't like to read when I was younger. I'm 35 years old now, but I would always read about credit. I didn't know how much it could help me or help others, but luckily I kept with it, and now I turn this hobby into my job, my business that I've had for 5 years now. And I'm helping people get the money that they need through their credit.
That's amazing. Helping people get the money that they need through their credit. That's a great word. And that's one of my favorite words, Yordan. Help, you see. And I love the fact that you are using what you have, what you know, to solve a problem. And that's a great one. And that's one of the things that makes a good leader. So thank you for all that you're doing, Yordan. I appreciate it. So the first question we start from. So why is good credit so important for financial freedom?
Yeah. My parents always say it's like, you have to save money. You have to save money to get what you want. But when you want something that's of high value, a very nice car or a bigger house for your family, you can't save that much money. And that's where credit comes in. That's the best thing that you have. And credit, the United States has the best credit system that we have. In Colombia, you would have to have a house or a property to get a loan for a property. So it's like the chicken or the egg. You can't have one without the other. But here they use it for job applications, if you're going to get an apartment, and also even people when they're dating, they talk about their credit. And if you have a low credit, that's a red flag for them because it shows that you might have a bad relationship with money, and that could lead to financial problems. And interesting enough, that's the number one reason for divorces in America is financial problems. So very, very important in a lot of areas.
Wow, got that. Okay, so what are some common mistakes that people make to, hurt their credit?
Yeah, so I would say not using auto payments, not setting up automatic payments, because we get sick, we forget things, we have kids, school, jobs, and hobbies to do. The summer comes up and we want to go to 3 different places at the same time, and we forget about payments sometimes. And one late payment stays on your credit report for 7 years.
Wow.
And they're very difficult. Yeah, it's not like 1 year or a few months. Like, it stays there for quite a while, and they're very difficult to remove. So it takes very little, and you just have to set it up for the minimum payment. So I would say that's the number one thing that I see people make errors with. But also, uh, along with those late payments, they think that because they're 10 days late or 20 days late, it's already a late payment. It's a late payment for the bank. They're going to charge you a fee, but it's not a late payment for the credit report, because on the credit report, you could only report it 30-day late. It's the minimum. It goes 30, 60, 90, 120, or 180 days. So if you're 29 days late and you make the payment, your credit is not going to suffer.
Amazing, Jordan. You see, I never knew that. And this was the conviction I got when I was reading about you. I was so convinced that I'm definitely learning something new. And now I am. you see, and I'm sure the audience too. They're learning stuff from you. That's a great word. So, how can someone build a better financial habits to maintain good credit?
So I think it all starts with the day you receive the money from your job or from your income, however it is. It's how you divide that money that sets you up for failure or for success. We get old and we don't want to be working when we're 70, or even if we can work physically, we want to be doing other things. So money is like a seed. That's why my company is called Plan Money Habits. Once you cultivate it, if you give it time and nutrients, it'll grow and it'll take care of you. It'll give you shade and mangoes in the future, so that you can benefit from that.
Amazing. Money is like a seed. Got that. Okay, so let us talk about this myth of a thing. What myths do people believe about credit repair that aren't true? Like myth.
Okay, well, one of the big ones is that it's a fraud, that is illegal, but the law actually gives you the right to question, to dispute anything on your credit report, whether it is a debt that you had and that you signed for, because the credit bureaus, the people housing the information, storing the information, Experian, TransUnion, Equifax, they have to have it verified. They have to have it 100% correct, and 99% correct. And there's a lot of fields. There's a lot of dates, amounts, and things that have to be correct between the three credit bureaus. They're all independent, but they all get the same data from the same person, from the creditor. They send up data three ways, and they should be the same. Most of the time, it's not. And that's what I dispute. If there's something, if there's an account that is hurting you, if it's a collection, a charge off, I dispute those inaccuracies and they have to investigate. So that's one. Another one is that it'll take too long, but it on average, I would say it takes between 3 to 6 months for the average client. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more. If you have 10 negative accounts, it's going to take more. But I would say 1 to 2 months per account. And the faster you start, the faster you're going to improve your credit, the faster you're going to be able to use it, because that's the goal. Nobody just wants to repair the credit and that's it. They want to use it for loans, to start a business, to get a house. So you can do that faster if you start working on it now. It's not enjoyable per se, and it's a process. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. But with the right habits and the right help, you can improve your score faster.
Okay, but how long do you think it takes to start seeing improvement?
I'm seeing results the first 30 days. Not everybody sees results, but depending on the activity from the client as well, because there's only so much that I can do. Sometimes it helps the client if they open accounts that they're going to be automatically approved for, regardless of their credit. So if they open those accounts, their scores are going to go up, and that's within their control. We'll help them do that. If they remove personal information that's outdated from the credit reports as well, that helps a lot. If they send us the letters that they receive on time, and like you said, those good financial habits, if they follow making payments online, if they don't open new accounts, all of that helps. And that's something we do hand on hand with the client.
Beautiful, got it. So to bring this to an end, Jordan, what would you like to leave the audience with, like a final thought? And to those folks who would like to reach out to you, learn more about everything we've discussed so far, or even ask questions, how can that be possible? Okay, are you still there? Sorry. Yeah, I
Um,
said your
yeah.
website, and do you have any final thought for the people and those folks who would like to contact you? How can that be possible?
Yes, I would say I know for some people, finances are difficult, numbers are difficult, but that's something that we all need. That's something that's going to help you in all the things that you want to do. And that's something that our kids learn from us. Our relationship with money gets passed down by the things that our kids see. So make the investment, do the workout. You're gonna feel some pain, you're gonna sweat, but after that, you're gonna be a lot better. Even if you don't get the results that you want, it's gonna motivate you to keep learning and keep improving, because you start with credit repair, but the next things are to invest and to take care of your family and your future. Take that first step. That's all.
Beautiful.
After that first step, everything gets easier.
Beautiful. So your contact or your website?
Yes, my website is plantmoneyhabits.com, and you can reach me at 484-243-0223.
Beautiful.
And
Okay.
on,
Yeah.
thank you.
You
Thank
wanted
you
to
so
say
much
something.
for this opportunity,
Yeah, you wanted
Elisha.
to say something.
Oh, yeah, on social media too, Plant Money Habits on Instagram or Facebook, TikTok as well. You can find us there and interact with us.
Okay, beautiful. So that's going to be the end of the show, Yordan. Thank you for coming and thank you for sharing this amazing stuff with us, man. It means a whole lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elisha. You have a blessed one.